Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Libra. So, Libra, I'm doing your reading as usual with my own deck of cards. So, the cards that you'll see are from this deck. Your reading today, Libra, is just so wonderful because I feel like you are in such a grounded place, and there is a lot of confidence in you. And I feel like either you are approaching somebody or somebody is approaching you to propose a joint venture or a co-creative project or something to be done together, something to be built together. And this is so beautiful because I feel like you are in no rush to achieve anything or to get to this success point or reach any kind of goal. It's almost like you know that things have a certain process of development, of evolution, of getting to know your partner, your collaborator, to find the sync, right? To find the path, the joint path, right? But there is a little bit of an annoyance. Is that the word? Like a nuisance, or maybe like a recurring thought, or maybe, because you are coming so sure of it. So maybe that's the reason why I feel like you are approaching somebody to work with them. And so maybe the doubting part is coming from them because it's like maybe your idea and you are sharing with somebody and inviting somebody to collaborate with you. And so it's almost like it's all in your head, but the poking with questions comes from the other person. So let's take a look at the cards. So we begin with this beautiful Three of Cups. And usually this card to me brings the message of a co-creation, but a co-creation that is very true to your heart, right? But actually, this card came through as very assertive, right? It came through as like, it's almost like you are giving an elevator pitch that it is so truthful, that is so emotional, that is so so sensitive, right? That I feel like nobody is going to resist your offer or your proposal, right? This is something that simply feels right to you and to the other or others involved that maybe you are inviting into your project or vice versa, right? I'm feeling like you are the one inviting them in, but it could be either way. But so this card actually, I was just reminded, this card came with the message, let's make this together, let's build something together. There's a lot of like desire to make it together. It's not a solo project. That's what I mean, right? And with the Six of Pentacles, it's like, the way that it fell from the deck of cards was so interesting because I was sitting on my desk and then it fell, but then it rolled onto my legs and then onto the floor. So it's almost like stumbling upon words or stumbling upon like a great deal, a great opportunity, almost like something that maybe it's too good to be true, or it just fits so perfectly that like there's got to be a catch, right? Or maybe you cannot catch it fast enough, right? It's like slipping through your fingers. But actually it came through with the message of let's do this together because I know I have something really valuable to offer, and I know that you have something incredibly valuable that you can offer to me. So there is like this, I just got goosebumps. It's like this incredible reciprocity of work, effort, time, dedication, money, resources. It's like there is a lot of valuable things that you hold and this other person holds too, that both of you know how mutually beneficial it is for you to collaborate, for you to do this together. So this is incredible. Although here comes question number one. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, and although this person is maybe delighted and honored and feeling like they are in a privileged position, right, to be asked by you, Libra, to collaborate with you in this very beautiful project, but they have this, it's maybe that's the reason why I feel like they are the ones who are not yet believing it fully, right? Because it came from you. So it's like they are just getting to know the idea, or getting to know what you want to build, what you want to create together. And so what they're saying here with this Knight of Pentacles is, but what if it takes longer than we're expecting? What about time? What about the well, now it came through very specifically as production costs, but it's like all of the process. It's talking about the practicalities of it, right? And how long will it take to finish it, or to get something out of it, or maybe find that you can have the return of your investment, right? Or maybe they are worried because maybe you are calling them in, you are asking if they can collaborate with you because they have the resources, they are going to be the investors, and they are concerned of, but what if it takes longer to receive, to get it back, right? To have the return of my investments back. I'm not saying that this is it's like a complete blow off or a complete turn down of your offer to them, or vice versa, right? It's like, it's not shutting down completely, but it's just something that is of concern, right? Whether it is this, whether it is like a concern that is coming from you or this other person, I feel like it's coming from them. But because it's, oh yeah, something that I was just reminded, this card came through as well, especially after this one, right? A little bit of a concern maybe of maybe the financial side, or the just the like the process, the actual production phase, or the like the resources that are going to be required, or like just the things that will have to be dealt with in terms of mundane tasks, right? So it's talking about fairness, right? And this is what I feel like you present when you give your elevator pitch, right? It's like, I know that I have something valuable, and I know that you two have something valuable that we can just complement each other, right? This is something that we can really enrich this process by coming together to make this thing happen. And it is fair for both parties, or, you know, for whoever is involved. This is what it's like. It's almost like you're responding to their first question, right? So what if it takes longer than we are imagining to have the return back? And you're saying, it really doesn't matter. It's not about the time or the return of the investments, because it is a fair deal, right? So the moment it comes, it doesn't matter if it's something that is going to take, like this world card is coming through as a clock face, and it was talking about like the slowness in this clock moving, or the time passing, or, you know, the speed of the process being slower. And it's almost like, for you, Libra, I feel like you are not concerned so much about it, because maybe you know that maybe this is something that you're doing for the first time, or maybe for the first time with this person. So it's almost like a process of not only doing something from scratch, right? It's like manifesting an idea in this juncture, in this joint venture. I don't know why I said juncture. So either way, it's like, if they are concerned and they are expressing that to you, your response is that not only this is fair, but it's something that you know from the start that you will have to get to know each other. It's like you will have to learn to work in collaboration and like to get the groove of things. And however long it takes, it's almost like you know, going on an overseas trip is what I just heard, but it's like you know, like a worldwide trip. It's almost like it's a long trip. It's a long process. It's something that it's not going to be over on a weekend. It's something that requires a little bit more time, right? And exploration. So from the departure, right? You know, Libra, and maybe you are telling them or reassuring them that this is beneficial to both of you or to all of you, right? Because it's something that will come to fruition when it has to. So it's like this round trip, this worldwide round trip is going to happen and initiate and develop and evolve and end in the right timing, right? With the clock phase here that I'm seeing today. So it's like you're trying to reassure to them, like, do not worry about time, or like wanting to make like a very strict schedule of like return of investments, because this is not something that you have to be concerned right now. And this is what you're telling them, right, Libra? This is it's like with the World card now, something that I'm picking up also is like the fullness, meaning like the richness of it is like it's like something that you don't know yet until you get that there, meaning it's like you never know how a trip will actually be until you are there. And it's almost like this project, it's just a proposal, but from the start, you know that both of you have a lot to gain from it, right? In working together, because maybe there are a lot of expectations, or not expectations in a bad way, because I feel like you are completely grounded, Libra, but expectations in a sense that I want to explore this together and I want to savor it. I don't want to rush into it, right? And so this card coming next after the World with the Two of Wands, I feel like there are two things here. Well, and it's a two, so it makes sense. It's so beautiful. So the first thing that I was seeing were footsteps. To me, the number twos usually bring the symbolism of footsteps, but it's actually bringing me back to the traditional image on the card that talks about, you know, standing, you know, on a precipice, hoping or wishing or sending out intentions, right? It's like there is a little bit of like before it begins kind of expectation, right? So there is like this double meaning with the Two of Wands, because there this one's, yes, it's not coming through so much as, you know, the tree symbolism that usually comes. It's coming through as like the fire creation, like the fire creativity that is bursting through you, and like you are excited just to begin. You are excited to give the first steps, right? It's like you don't want to see exactly where this will end. It's almost like you don't want this trip to be like just, you know, a cross-country road trip. It's almost like when you arrive at the expected destination, it's like you wanted to continue, right? So this is the reason why you're saying, it's like, let's not rush with it. Let's not give this project a final goal. It's almost like, let's keep our minds open and our destination open, our goals open, so that we can explore more, right? So that we can, it's like the excitement never ends, is what I just heard. This is so beautiful, Libra. I just love it. But okay, so this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because remember, it's like, if this person is already giving you questions, right, to be concerned about, or at least to think through together, right? Because if this was something that you were thinking already on your own, but then suddenly you had the urge to, well, you felt within you all of this guidance to present this to somebody, or to propose this to somebody that you want to collaborate with, it's like, well, the beginning steps are being taken, right? It's like, you, in sharing with this potential partner, this potential collaborator, you are giving the first few steps. It's just that you want them to embark upon it. So all of your excitement, it's a little bit it's almost like they're trying to bring you down to earth. And that was something that was in Gemini's reading, the most recent Gemini reading, Let's Get Down to Earth. But it had a completely different meaning. Here, it's almost like they're trying to be more practical, right? They're trying to negotiate things that should be considered in terms of maybe feasibility, or what is possible, right? But your excitement, so the Seven of Swords is coming through as doubts or questions, right? Open-ended questions, or maybe I should rephrase that, like unanswered questions, because I feel like even though you are trying to answer, it's almost like you it's like you're trying to say to your partner, Libra, that it's like, let's not think of this right now, let's just begin, like, let's just start this process, and the answers will come as the process unfolds, right? But they are filled with questions, and maybe unanswered questions that are poking on you, right? It's like they are relying on you to answer them, but you are just, it's almost like you are trusting your instincts a little bit, right? You're trusting your feeling that this is the right movement to co-create together, and they are the right person to do so. But maybe they are not so sure as you expected or as you desired, but that is okay, because the feeling that I'm having, it's like you are bringing this to them. So it's almost like it's all new to them, right? So in order for them to become as confident and as what is the word? In order for them to really embark on it, it's like, with the Nine of Pentacles, it's like, not only you have to argument that is something fair and mutually beneficial, it's like you have to say that this is like a unicorn, basically, because I'm picking up this Nine of Pentacles as singular in something that has never been made, maybe in the entire world, right? Maybe it's something that is completely innovative, something that is new in the market, is new in a niche, is kind of like out of this world in a sense. And that is the reason why you're not in a rush to explore it, because it's never been done, perhaps, right? And so it's like there's a lot of room to cover, there's a lot of territory that you have to explore, because it has never been explored before, right? So maybe you don't have a lot of references or a lot of precedents, you know, to use as a base to start this business or to start this project, even more so with somebody that didn't have the initial idea. So they're just embarking with something that you know could benefit the project itself. It's like, and could be, you know, beneficial for them too. So with the Nine of Pentacles, it's like it's almost like a checkmate, right? If they are coming through with many things that could go wrong, right? Or many things that could I don't know, maybe fail. It's like you have to assure them that this is a straight path, this is a solid path, this is a valuable and enriching path, right? It's like it has such singularity in a sense that is so unique that it will be extremely valuable, right? At some point, which I feel like you don't have a timeline and you're not even worried about that, right? So it's almost like that is the reason why you just want to start it. Maybe you know that if you start it right now, right, the clock face, it's like you are already ahead of schedule, right? Because this is such a unique thing. And so the quicker you start, it doesn't matter if you don't know everything, it doesn't matter if you know when it's going to be ready, it doesn't matter how long it's going to take to have the investments back, right? It's like you just know that is incredibly valuable, right, for all of you involved. But mainly it's almost like I'm seeing this pentacle in the middle as the unicorn, the thing, the product, the service, the whatever it is that you're co-creating with this person, right? It's like it's not about enriching you personally or enriching them, right? It's not about the what is the word, profit, right? It's not about that. That is the reason why I'm saying it's like you're not concerned about that, about that. That's like, and that's what you're trying to tell them, right? It's like we don't have to think about this right now. It's like we have the necessary elements to make this just start, right? To get this going, right? To put this into motion, but with a lot of excitement. It's like, you know, they have to start it right away, right? And it's going to be even profitable, right? But it's going to be like, it's almost like, you know, that you're holding a gem, and you know that there is like a very interesting path, right, that you want to explore. So Libra, that is really, really interesting. I'm actually really curious to see what's going to come through in the extended. So I'm going to pull more cards for you, as well as the astrological runes in the extended reading as a final guidance for you. So if you want to join me there, I'll be happy to see you. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.